Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Good evening, CEO family. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to spend with me. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to come here. My name is Nichelle Womack, and I am your life transition and business strategist. I teach the dreamers, the aspiring, and the new business owners how to transition in your life with information and inspiration and motivation to help you start, market, and grow into the CEO. If you are seeking to transition from your 9-to-5 into entrepreneurship, I can help you do that by helping you find your passion, taking your passion, unwrapping it, and sharing it with the world. So we build, expand, and dominate who you are in business. So you can learn more about that program at bit.ly/BEACEO. Thanks again for that yellow love. I think I saw Eric come in. Welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. Good evening. I hope it was a fabulous evening for you. My solemn prayer for our society and our world is that may we be judged by the content of our character and not by the color of our skin. Amen. That's it. Yes. Ooh, it's been a week, but we are going to talk about some positive things because there's too much negativity going on in our world. So I want to talk to you today about how to build your niche. Yesterday, we talked about branding, and thank you so much for that yellow love. I greatly appreciate you for being a part of my space and sharing in the love. To all my replay viewers, when you come in, I thank you so much for being a part of my space. But if you would be so kind to tap that screen for some love, I will greatly appreciate that as well. It's free. You don't have to pay for that. Some extra love. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to be with me. As I mentioned yesterday, we talked about branding. Branding is so key, not only for first-time entrepreneurs, but for people who have been in business for a long time. As you know, I have personally been in business myself for over 20 years. I've worked in corporate America for over 20 years, but for the last 10 years, I have personally been my own boss, my CEO, Chief Executive Officer of me. And literally what that means is I've had to write my own paycheck. Now, I'm not sitting up saying it's been easy. I didn't say that at all because I have struggled throughout my whole life to achieve that status as CEO. Now, it has been fun. I must say that because I've learned so much. I've met some awesome people and I learned more about myself and my customer more than anything in this world. I learned what I like to market. I learned what I don't want to market. I learned who I want to be around and who I didn't want to be around. But as a business person, when you're starting out as a new entrepreneur, it's best to be around people who have the same aspirations that you do. Because if you don't, they're going to be Debbie Downers. They're going to be people who tell you that your dream doesn't make sense. But I am here to tell you, believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, that is the greatest self-esteem factor that you can deliver. Because when you are confident in sharing the information with your customers. So that is so key. Thank you again for being here. I greatly appreciate it. We're getting ready to go ahead and get started because I know it's a little later in the evening and I apologize for being a little tardy. I am a full-time mommy. I've been a full-time mommy for 18 years, 18 and a half. My 18-year-old is getting ready to turn 19 and I go to everything. And my son had parent-teacher conference this evening. And of course, I had to be there. So I told you 9 o'clock. It's about 9:50 now. Welcome. Hey, Mika, how you doing? So I'm just getting on. So I apologize for that. But this will be my regular time at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Awesome. Great. So glad to have you here. Will be my regular time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And during the morning at 8:30 is my goal to be on to share you with some inspiration and motivation to help you get started in your day. And then at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time every day, Monday through Thursday, let me clarify that, I plan to come on here and give you some information. If you don't know, I am working on a PhD. And in my PhD program, my classes have changed a little bit. So I have a little bit more free time. I'm going to be burnt out tired by the time I get on here. I may be looking crazy, but if you love me instead, I would appreciate that. Just come on. I'm not going to come on any kind of way, but I will be here to make certain that I deliver based upon that. So that is my goal with every attempt. Life happens sometimes. Life happens. And if it does happen, I will make certain that I will come on to make you aware of that the next day. Because things happen. I may have a paper due. Kids may have something to do. Sports things happen. I'm a basketball mom. I travel with my kids for basketball. So life happens and you got to take care of responsibility. So thank you for the love. I greatly appreciate you. Let's talk about ways that you can build your niche. Now, some people may say niche. Some people may say niche. I know you've heard there's riches in the niches. Now, when I heard that term, I was like, ooh, it sounds too close to the other word, if you know what I mean. But there's riches in the niches, and that literally is the truth. I don't know who I heard that from. I don't know where I heard it, but it has a very cliche kind of rhyme to it. And I like it because really, literally, that is the truth. So if you are a small business owner, developing and building a niche is so key to your brand. And what I'm saying today is going to kind of correspond with what I shared with you yesterday about branding. They kind of tie hand in hand with one another. However, they're totally two different spectrums of business. Branding is one thing, niche defining is another. And you, as a business owner, must be specific in both of them. If you're not specific in both of them, you can confuse the people that you're trying to convey the information to. So the first thing that I want to share with you that you must do prior to even saying you want to be in a niche is you must research. As a doctoral candidate, that's all I do. And as you know, if you've been in some type of educational platform, research is essential. Now, back in the day, we had the card catalog. When I got my bachelor's degree, I was in the library looking in the card catalog for my bachelor's degree, getting information. Now you can go online and get your information. And I know that to be true now, more so for college, because as I'm working on my doctorate, I'm always online. I have a college student. He's always online researching. When I mention the library, he's like, Mom, what's that? Now, the only library I go to is at the school. I don't personally just go to any other library, but we have to go to the one in the school because that's where we meet up. So no more. You don't have to do that anymore, but you must research. You can do research in a multitude of different kinds of ways. You can just ask questions. If you are frequently on social media, you can ask your Facebook friends, you can ask people that you congregate with on a daily basis about what their needs are. Remember, in business, it's strategic. Everything in business is strategic. When you learn strategy, you learn business because you have to get into the minds of people. That is why I am getting this PhD in psychology, because as a business professional with a BA and an MBA, I've always wondered what makes people buy. Now we know hot buttons. What are people pain points? What are the hot buttons that make them drive towards you? When you are defining your niche, that's something you need to look at as well. What is driving people to do the things that they do? So in your research, whatever you are interested in, I hope it's your passion, because you want to be able to profit from your passion. And so when you're looking at the research, look at something that you're really interested in. As a real estate broker, one of my niches in my business is senior citizens. If you know grandma is about time for her to move out that house and move into a senior citizen home, I am your girl to call, because not only will I help grandma move out of her house, I'll go in there and help grandma pack. Not only will I help grandma pack, but I'll do an estate sale for grandma too. That is part of my service plan in my business. So that is part of my niche that kind of separates me from other realtors that are in the market. I'm in the process of getting my certification just specifically for seniors that allows me to work with them, to teach them, to coach them into retirement. Now, I also do healthcare. So with that being said, if they need that additional assistance, I can offer that as well. So I mentioned to you yesterday about branding. All of my businesses are branded under one umbrella, or specific, excuse me, they're individual businesses, but they're branded together because all of them piggyback off of each other. So when I'm talking about researches, you want to do some keyword searching. You want to do keyword searching. You can go online and you can Google the things that you're interested in. So when I was interested in niching my real estate business, I went in and I put seniors. We know that the senior population, the baby boomers, is one of the fastest growing population, millennials and baby boomers. So when I went in there, what are their needs? They have homes. They want to downsize. Why? Because kids have moved out and they're ready to do something else. They're ready to get rid of that large house, that large note, and move into something smaller. So I have to specify that is what I do, and I have to target those people specifically. So look at it for your business as well. I have a large population. I service a couple of beauty salons, probably about, I think, 20. I service 20 beauty salons and I do their marketing for them. I do their social media and things of that nature. One of my beauty salons in particular, all they do is natural hair. All they do is natural hair. And so being all that they do is natural hair, if you like straight hair, you wouldn't go to them for natural hair because they are niched in that market and they want to be known for that as well. Now I have another salon. All they do is relaxed styles, weaves, and things of that nature. And if that's something you want to go do, you go to that type of store. So when we're looking at research, putting keywords in helps you identify what people have been researching. If you go and you put it in Google, Google will actually tell you how many times people have looked into that word. Real estate, hair salon, weave, natural hair. Google will specify for you how many times people have looked in that. So that's the one thing that you want to do under that. The next thing, as I mentioned, have conversation. You can do polls. Polls will help you figure out what people are needing and wanting, what's missing. And that's where you start to define that niche, what people need. That's a basis point. Are people currently making money in that niche? That's something you need to look at too. If nobody is doing it, that could be a good thing and a bad thing. If nobody is doing it, maybe that's a great opportunity for you. If nobody's doing it, maybe nobody's interested. So you have to look at those different spectrums to see what's going on. And the only way that you'll know is to ask. You know, as a small business owner over 20 years, one thing that I really have challenge myself with, because I can do so many different things and most people can. You can as well. You can do tons of things, but you have to target it in order to be specific, in order to drive people to you for what you do. So I have niched myself as a small business startup person, biz creator. That's what I am. And I can do that because I've created multiple mini businesses. So when I'm helping people, if you are interested in starting a business and you don't know where to go, come to me. I can help you. I can help you start from the beginning, help you move through the middle, and then get to the end where you're ready to move into that destination of being an entrepreneur. Now, if you've never been a business owner before, I always recommend getting with someone to help you along the way, because it's best to learn what you can now so later on you won't hit your head so many times, because the more you hit your head, the more costly it's going to become. And so if you can learn in advance by investing in courses, opportunities, books, whatever it is online that you need to help you get to that point, it's best that you do that. So are currently people making money doing it? It's so important that you figure that out, whatever your niche that you're thinking about going into. And another thing that we work on is strategy. We talk about building a list. If you are interested in finding some niches, I have a free guide that you can go to at bit.ly, create a niche, and niche is spelled Niche. I give you 63 ways that you can create a niche in a free guide. 63 ways, bit.ly/create a niche. And you can get some ideas. It's just a format of plan that give you some ideas, kind of characterized to whatever business you want to go into. It's so many different kinds on there, but it kind of gives you some idea as to where you can go. So if you're interested in that, go to that. But writing a list, this list will make it a bullet point list. So you can go through to see, based upon the questions that you've asked from people by research, what you've gone online and what you've asked in your community, what they need, you can start putting bullet points. and then exit them out as you go. If this niche is filled, then you can go to something else, because as hair, as I mentioned, the natural hair, so many people are doing that, but only a few do it very well. I was natural for 6 years, so I know, and I wouldn't go to everybody, but one person that I knew that can do my hair well, not just for the little twisties, but can give me creative styles as well. So you want to be perfected in that niche when you create it. You want to be the go-to person, and people say that if you want this, this is the person to go to. So writing that list really does help you narrow down your specific ideas as to what you want to be a niche market. The next thing, this is the most important out of everything that I'm getting ready to share with you. The most important. And again, as a doctoral student, this is what I have to do all the time. I'm in the library all the time on my computer doing these things. Targeting. You want to make certain that you got a little, frame up there, like if you're playing darts. I don't know if you played darts before. I love darts. Put a dartboard up there, and you want to target your market. How do you do that? Again, go back to what the needs are of the people that you want to serve or that you are attempting to serve. What are their needs? What's missing? What's in the market now that people are not getting enough of? I have a girlfriend, and I think I shared this before a while ago. She created the toilet seats covers. Ladies, when we go to the bathroom, you have that toilet seat piece of paper that you put down there. My girlfriend in college created that. That was part of our graduation requirements. We had to create a product before graduating. Now, I graduated from Clark Atlanta University a long time ago, over 20 years ago. And 1992 to be exact. And that was part of our business plan. We had to write a business plan in order to graduate. I think that was the best thing that I ever done, because as you know, I owned a business in college too. And when I started my business, I didn't have a plan. And it ended up being okay. But if I had a plan, then I would still own that business today, because it would have been a franchise right now. But I didn't do that. So bygones be bygones. It's over. You learn and you grow. That is the purpose of business and entrepreneurship. So when you're targeting, you're looking at what people need. Why would people be motivated to buy your product? If it's targeted correctly, you have that right person that will come in to buy your product. Another thing, what will inspire them to buy it? I was contacted by a company the other day. They deal in burial plots. And because I sell insurance, I'm a licensed insurance broker. So they asked me, would you like to add this to your portfolio of products and services that you offer? Now, I was a little freaked out by it. I'm not going to lie. I was a little freaked out. I'm like, no, because life insurance is actually for the living. It's not for the dead. Contrary to what you may believe, it's for the living. Why is it for the living? Because when you go on, that money is for people to live just like they were living when you were here. So it's for the living, your kids, your family, your legacy. And so when he asked me about that, and he showed me the compensation plan and the portfolio and all of that, it's really something I'm thinking about, because when I'm going in, what I find is, first of all, people don't have insurance, life insurance. They're underinsured if they have any at all. And this can be something to help them keep their family together. My family on my mom's side, everybody is buried together. All of my grandparents, everybody's next to each other. But then on my dad's side, they're separate. Grandma's over here, grandpa's over there, uncle, aunt way over there, and it kind of makes it special when you go see them. Everybody is in one place. And this was his selling proposition to me. You can offer value to your customers by offering them not only life insurance, but when that time comes, you can be with your family, your husband, your wife, your children. Kind of freaky, but it's real life. It's going to happen. When you're talking about life insurance, why not be protected? There's never a sense of being overprotected with insurance. You can't never have enough. Why? Because inflation is always here. So when you're looking at value propositions, look at those different things that you can offer your clients in your niche marketing. And it should be a part of your branding too. Because when people see your brand, perhaps maybe they need to see your niche too. Maybe they need to see your niche. Maybe your niche can be defined in your branding message or in the logo, the color, whatever it is. It can be defined there. So that is a couple of things I wanted to share with you. Let's see what else I have on here. The niche market I have on here should grow your business. It should constantly be evolving. Your business should be evolving on a regular basis. As I mentioned yesterday in branding, a lot of times I always recommend start off with one business. Start off with one idea that you have that you can matriculate into others as you go throughout the business process, the business cycle. You want to start with one thing so you can build, expand, and dominate into something else. And that's what you would do, because you're going to have to. You're going to have to. I didn't go into things because I wanted to, different things of areas of real estate in my business because I wanted to. I needed to. When the market crashed in 2006, I was in that. I've been licensed over 16 and a half years, going on 17 in January. And I've been in real estate over 20 years. But when the market crashed, it crashed on me too. It crashed on me too. It crashed on my business. My business was literally almost bankrupt because of the real estate market. But I quickly built up. I had over right about 150 to 300 people working with us. We had a mortgage side and we had the real estate side. And our niche is that one-stop shop. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm a one-stop shop. Whatever you need, I have it here for you in my business, in real estate. I got the insurance, got the real estate. I got the, different things that I can do with you to help seniors, new homeowners. That's a niche market that we're working on. I got a couple of agents in my office that specifically work with first-time homeowners. I have some that work with people that are moving up, elevating to the next level, homeownership, apartment people. They work specifically with them to help educate them, because that's what we do in our business. I educate people. Before you buy a house out of my company, from any agent that works with me, you're going to be educated. You're going to know what you need to do. And that's part of our niche. That's part of our brand. And so the more you build that brand, you can expand into other areas. And you need to think like that. You need to think of expansion with your business. Build and then expansion and then dominate. That's part of my logo. Build, expand, dominate. That's something that you want to do in your business, but it has to start somewhere. And as you progress throughout your business, you learn more, you do more, you get connected with other people that are doing it as well. And then that's when you get to that climax, or hopefully not that climax, but you get to that point where you can begin to dominate that area in that market in your business. And so another thing you want to look at with niche building is pricing. My husband has this saying that his favorite saying is, you get what you pay for. Okay. Now, I agree with that for the most part, but I think there's a such thing as bargains. Everybody loves a bargain. But in essence, if you are in the middle of the road, it's always good. You don't want to be the cheapest on the block, and you don't want to be the most expensive. You want to be in that middle road. But then again, who's your target? Because, when I started my business in real estate, my target was anybody, everybody. I just wanted to sell a dang on house. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to sell a house. As I grew in my business, I said, you know what? Just selling a house ain't get me nowhere. So I need to expand a little bit. And so I started going up to those people that were making $100,000, $80,000 to $100,000, because they were purchasing that $200,000 house, $300,000 house. And so now I'm at a point in my life, I'm still there, but I'm looking for high profile buyers, people that have money. At some point in your business, you're going to get tired of dealing with broke people. Literally, you are. You're going to get tired, because the more broke people you deal with, and this is just the truth of the matter, you're not going to make any money. You got to go where the people are spending money. And people buy what they want. Don't be fooled. People have money. They buy what they want. What needs to happen is you need to share with them why they need what you have. And that's part of niche building. And so be relevant, be distinctive, grow, evolve constantly. And as you do that, you will see your business begin to expand and dominate as well. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about niche marketing, I do have a class that is online, and it is called Niche, Unlock Your Niche. You can go to bit.ly, Unlock Niche, and that's UNLOCKNICH. And these are some of the things that you will learn in there. This is very specific. It's a green course. Now, I think really the how to research, being, as I mentioned, doctoral student, that's all I do all the time. Researching is so key. We go over what a niche market is, what it's not, finding a good niche market, and how to use niche marketing to your advantage. Now, that class, as I mentioned, you can download it at any time. It is a green class, and it is $12.97 right now. Right now, it's $12.97. It is going to go up as I add more to the program. In my bit.ly/BEA CEO class, that class, we have a little bit of niche marketing there that we talk about, but it's not as specific as that. This right here will give you the ins and outs to help you get started in creating a niche. And if you want longevity in your business, creating a niche really will be advantageous for you. You can start off as a general business person, which most people do. They start off as a general business person, and it's nothing wrong with that. But what you're going to do is you're going to find yourself going everywhere, any which way but loose. And if you want to be specific, remember I tell you all the time, business is strategy. And when you develop a strategy, you develop a plan. That plan executes into action. And once it executes into action, then you learn where your place in business is. And so that class again, bit.ly/unlock niche, $12.97. You can get it today. It's going to go up within the next, the more I add to it. I haven't added anything to it since I created it, but you can go there and you can download that and you can take it at your leisure and go there. If you'd like to learn more about what I do and how I can help you to go into entrepreneurship, you can learn more about me at toexcelwithnichelle.com. For daily inspiration and motivation, if you like to be positively impacted with inspiration and motivation on a daily basis, you can go to @NichelleWomack on Instagram and on Twitter. There I share business tips, life tips, motivation, and inspiration on a daily basis. And you get to see a little bit into my personal life as well. Pictures of me and my family, all the fun things that we do. I'll share a lot of that there. I'm also on Facebook at The Life Transition Strategist. But to learn more about me and what makes me tick, that's important. You need to know who you're working with. Always know who you're working with. You can go to toexcelwithnichelle.com. Any questions? Any questions from anybody on here? Anybody got any questions? I also wanted to bring to your attention some of the bigger brands out there. When they started, think about the niche that they developed. Starbucks coffee. How many people frequent Starbucks coffee? Just as a side note here, I sometimes go there. I have my own coffee that I market in my business, but I went to Starbucks the other day. Thank you so much for that orange. I love orange love. I went to Starbucks the other day, and I must tell you, there were 30 cars in line. 30 cars in line. Now, I love Starbucks because they do have a specific niche that they market. They have the best coffee, literally, the best coffee out of every coffee place that I've been to. And they've branded themselves on coffee. Their coffee high as heck. I had a little bitty coffee like that. I forgot what they call it. The coffee cup that little. It was gone in a minute. It was gone. I drank that stuff up real quick. But it was good. White chocolate mocha raspberry, my favorite. Try it sometimes. But the line, 30 cars were in the line. And I said, dang, Mr. Starbucks. I think his name is Schultz. I think it's his name. But guess how many times he failed? He failed. He went to a bank for loans over 400 times and was turned down. And right now, Starbucks is one of the most recognizable brands in America. Actually global. It's one of the most recognizable brands. I was in the Virgin Islands this summer, and I saw Starbucks everywhere. The most recognizable brand there is. And you think about, how did they do that? They built a niche market. They built that niche market on specialty coffee that tastes good. And then they said, I'm going to give you the smallest cup possible, put as much ice in there as I possibly can, and get you addicted so you can keep coming back for more. That's all a part of niche marketing. That's all a part of branding. Making people come back for more, keeping them hungry, keeping them wanting more and more and more of what you have to offer. And that doesn't matter what business you're in. Smoothie King is another. I am a Smoothie King fanatic. I love smoothies. Now, when I don't have time to make them at home because I'm always on the go, just running around, school, kids, family, Smoothie King, that's my next stop. They've branded themselves. They have all kinds of smoothies. They even have a smoothie to help you gain weight. But the brand is healthy smoothies. So when you're thinking of your health, you're thinking of losing weight or even gaining weight. And when I spoke to the manager the other day, she told me they had the gaining weight smoothies because people come in that are on cancer patients or people that are, going through some kind of medical ailments that need to gain weight. So those work for them. They provide them with tons of nutrients and proteins and all that stuff, and it makes them gain weight. But their niche, their market that they drive for, that healthy person and that person that needs to gain weight. Those are the two of their niche markets that they have. And they're a popular brand. They're everywhere. One of the top franchises to buy. And so when you are building your business, just keep in mind, you want to make your brand, you want to make your niche very enticing. You want to make it recognizable. You want to make it where people, when they see it, they see you. Remember yesterday I said you are your brand. How you represent yourself, how you carry yourself, what people see is your brand. Now, all the time I come on here, I'm hyper, I'm happy, I'm excited. And anybody that knows me, they will tell you that I am the same way offline than I am online. I don't change. My color never change. I stay the same. I'm always happy and joyous. I may be tired some days and I may be full of thoughts some days, but I stay the same. And that's what your brand needs to do, to build consistency in relating to your customers and clients. Thank you for that, love. I greatly appreciate you. Any questions? Any questions that I can answer? Any questions? If you have none, again, I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. My name is Nichelle Womack, and I am a life transition and business strategist. I teach the dreamers, the aspiring, and the new business owners how to transition in your life. Transition from your 9 to 5 into entrepreneurship. I do that by providing information, which I just gave you. I do daily inspiration, and I do a lot of motivation to kick you into gear. Yeah, kick you into gear. So if you are interested in learning more about that and how I can help you get started in being the boss of you, the CEO of you, go to bit.ly/BEACEO, and you can learn more about that program from there. Until next time, tomorrow morning between 8:30, I'll be on here at 8:30 giving you some motivation and inspiration to start your day. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, signing off, blessings and much favor. May everything you touch turn to gold. Be blessed and highly favored in everything that you do. Blessings and peace. Until then, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you for the love. Thank you to all my replay viewers. And this broadcast will be available on the People Connect podcast after it falls off Periscope. Alrighty then. Thank you, family. Talk to you later, CEOs. Bye-bye.